Big beards, bigger axes, and even bigger travel plans. Vikings weren't a single tribe or nation, but more like a rowdy collection of seafaring, sword-swinging northerners, born and raised in the cold, cruel hug of the Scandinavian peninsula. Their ships, sleek, deadly masterpieces, fast and nimble enough to raid your village before you even finished your morning ale. From the 700s to the 1100s, they terrorized and tantalized all of Europe, from Britain to Russia to even the sunny Mediterranean. Let's talk about one of their most legendary figures, Erik Thorvaldsson, better known as Erik the Red, the hot-tempered, red-haired explorer. Around 825, some of these fearless Norse folk stumbled upon Iceland. They even set up a parliament in 100 years. Still, Iceland wasn't exciting enough. Rumors swirled of lands even further west. New worlds, fresh plunder, fewer laws. Tempting, right? Erik was a Viking born in Norway and exiled to Iceland. But even in Iceland, he couldn't stop, well, murdering people. So naturally, he thought, time to find a new neighborhood. In 982, Erik set sail west, and lo and behold, he found Greenland. Why the name Greenland? Because Erik was not only an explorer, he was a master marketer. He gave it a pretty name that sounds like a tropical spa retreat. And it worked. By 1003, over 5,000 settlers had arrived, only to discover that Greenland was basically Iceland 2.0, but colder and more disappointing. Erik's son, Leif Erikson, wasn't about to settle for frosty real estate. He sailed even further south, and eventually landed on the shores of modern-day Newfoundland, Canada. Lush forests, gentle weather, giant fish, basically Viking heaven. They named it Vinland, and it became the first European settlement in North America. Not bad, right? Well, until they met the locals, the indigenous people who were, not thrilled to see giant blonde men waving swords around. After some rough encounters, the Vikings decided to pack it up and head back to Greenland, where at least the weather was predictably awful. So why didn't Erik and friends become the first Starbucks franchisees in America? When your crew barely fills a longhouse without compasses, just vibes and stars, it is hard to colonize. What's more, Viking society was great at raiding, less great at organizing taxes and food logistics. Eventually, climate change, yes, even back then, kicked in hard. The Little Ice Age froze Greenland's last green bits, and the Viking settlements faded away like bad Norse dreams. In 1492, Columbus showed up on San Salvador Island, late to the party, with better PR and Spanish funding. So next time someone tells you Columbus discovered America, just raise your mug and say, actually, there was this fiery ginger named Erik, and his kid was there way earlier. Thank you for watching.